In my previous video, I already talked about the green marriage. Remember, communication is the life of any relationship. So it is with marriage. A marriage without communication is not working. For a marriage to work, the communication have to be effective. So in amber marriage, the communication is not effective. The wrong pattern of communication is applied, and then communication is always done the wrong way and at the wrong time. Take for example, if a spouse offended the other spouse and now they've gone to work, they just got back, everybody is tired, and possibly one of the spouse had a very bad day at work. Imagine the other spouse who has been offended coming just at the point where this other spouse who had a very bad day at work just got home, freshened up, and just trying to eat. Probably didn't get a chance to eat while at work, and now go home just to eat, getting one spoon of food just to eat, and the offended spouse just breaks in and begins to pour out the anger and begins to pour out their concern. I bet you this other hungry spouse will not eat that food. If he or she will eat that food, then that food will not go down well. And believe me, that information will not go down well at that point. It will not be taken well, because this other spouse is not well settled, is not well in a good mood, in the right position to receive that information and handle it well. So what are you going to get? You are going to get a reaction that will not also be welcoming to you. What did you achieve? The matter you did not resolve. You will not have peace. Then the receiver will not have peace. Then tension begins to build. So that is what example of what happens in an amber marriage. Tension begins to build. Because at that point, the matter will not be resolved. Because it was released, it was brought to the table at the wrong time. And then what does unresolved matter do? So both of you goes, the hungry spouse may just not eat the food at that point. If it's someone that is also vocal, will give you back. Because out of anger and frustration and accumulated during the day, during the bad day at work, will give it back to you. Okay? And then what will happen? An argument may ensue, and then you find out that the matter you brought to the table at the wrong time, it won't be resolved. Now you ended up making yourself angry. Your spouse that just got back is now angry. So this spouse is not even feeling sorry for whatever concern you brought to the table, because he or she will be feeling offended at that point because you brought it at the wrong time. In as much as you feel it within you that this spouse offended you, but at that point that spouse will not be feeling sorry. That spouse will be feeling offended too. That's how bad it is. Communicating at the wrong time. And then what happens? That matter you brought to the table at the wrong time will not get resolved at that wrong time. So when you bring a matter to the table at the wrong time, you end up creating another problem.